Hello, welcome to Stuff Your Stocking. Are you ready? We have 24 submissions. I hope you guys liked the effort I put into these slideshows because I spent quite a while doing this. Some of your submissions are crazy and some of them I don't agree with. So let's get into it. Number 1 from Moses. We have Karen from Spongebob, Pyramid Head, and a Mind Flayer. And now we will start with Karen. How are you gonna that? Does she you? Because here's the thing, right? You can't really put your in a port. It's just not gonna work. Oh, she could put on your favorite videos though. That's true. And I guess she is a robot, so you could put her in any body. And I do like her attitude. So Ashley, I kind of agree with you, Moses. This is actually kind of a good hear me out. Cause like, it's weird, but like you could make it work. As for Pyramid Head, I kind of think he's just a guy with like a paper mache on his head. And I just don't think he's that much of a hear me out cause he's kind of hot. He's kind of like conventionally attractive. So I don't think this counts. Yeah, he's basically a cosplayer. So if you go to TwitchCon, you'll probably bust a fat one in your pants. I think this is kind of like a normal hear me out. Mind Flayer is super hot. And that's definitely hear me out because some bitches are pussies. Some people are too scared to get nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just aren't ready to take the next step. And I think the fact that the tentacles open up and they can suck you, that's hot. Personally though, I don't know if I would because of texture. I don't really like slime. And as you can see, they have a mucus membrane around all parts of themselves. So it's good for lube, but I wouldn't really like have a lot to do there because I don't like slime. I'm also super into mind control, so I feel like this is kind of, you know, kind of my alley. But I still wouldn't because he's really slimy. I'm not into that. On to the next. Okay, this one's crazy. This is Ingo's. The first one is Chimkin. He's talking about these feet. This is literally just another person's feet. That's crazy. As for whether I agree with this, absolutely not. Picture itself makes my vagina tighten up to the point where no one can stick it in me because it's too tight. Is Chimkin only the big toe? That's a really good question. Is it only the big toe? And if so, what are you using the big toe for? And where? And would that even be enough to get off to? I personally probably could, but I don't know if 90% of the population could. I could get off to the wind blowing in the right direction. So I feel like, you know, maybe it could be just the big toe. Also, I barely even want to go over the second one of Ingo's because it's Nubby, which is a character for Nubby's Number Factory, which is the worst game in existence and shouldn't even be here. Nubby gives you everything you ever wanted and more. He will stick with you through every hardship until the sun explodes. The thing about Hear Me Outs though is that you have to be able to them. You have to be able to do them in some way. In some way, you have to be able to do something with them. And what are you gonna do with Nubby? You can't shove him up anywhere. Yuvi, he doesn't have a flared base. It's gonna get lost. He's not supposed to stay there. You're gonna get sepsis. And the other thing too is you have to unlock him for 50 stars. So I feel like he's not actually as like selfless as this person is trying to make him out to be. I think this person is just trying to spread Nubby's Number Factory propaganda and I will not stand for it. You might as well just say you want to suck the of capitalism. Now the third one, we finally get to a pretty good point. Mega Knight, the mid-ladder menace, could crush you like a soda can and is built like the legendary Horus from Kindred Heavens. Is this guy even evil? He's a defender, so I don't even think he's evil. I think he's just like a naturally neutral guy and you're trying to get him into war crimes. You're the problem. Ingo, you're the hear me out because why are you trying to get this person to commit war crimes with you? He's a defender. Like I would absolutely smash Mega Knight, but I wouldn't make him destroy more of the world that's already destroyed. I feel like you need therapy. All of your hear me outs are invalid.
Denied.
Next, Renshi, successor of the Claw, which is a steampunk cat girl monster with big tatas. Finally, we have something I can actually stick my dick in. I feel like this cat one is low-key not a hear me out because it's like she's just a cat girl with boobs and she's steampunk, which is hot. Like I would do her, but she's not like a hear me out. Now the sunflower though, big bulbs, if you catch my drift, would pollinate any day. If I went outside and found a sunflower, my first thought would not be, I should put my river out. Has a female body shape and massive boobs,
But it's a f***ing flower.
It's a flower, chat. You can't just a flower. That's not what touching grass means. I dare you to go outside and stick your dick in a flower and see if people think that's normal. The petals can tickle the Yuvi, Emmy, Rodriguez, Valentina. If you can get off from a pedal tickling your clitoris, have at it, because I can't even argue with that. Like, if that's where you're at, if that's where your bodily function is, good for you. Fine, you can do the flower, you can do the flower, but you are not telling me you're doing Rachel Foley. This girl is literally vaginally prolapsed. You are not telling me you're doing her. She looks like she's a corpse. Looks juicy. Yeah, with blood. She has like 15 holes that you could stick it in, and 12 of them are wounds. What do you mean, hell yeah? It doesn't matter what wrapper the food comes in. It's the same food. You're gonna eat her? I think after this stream, I'm actually gonna go to church. I need to be purified. I need to reinstate my baptism. Denied. Apollo, Fisto. Fisto is gonna do the job, and I just sit back and relax. You're gonna get fisted. His name is Fisto, and he tells you to assume the position. I'm not against robots, but I'm against Fisto, because Fisto looks like a cute little dog. I just don't think I could do it to Fisto. He looks too wholesome, and I don't really like to be fisted. He was programmed. That's the other thing too. Can I be so honest with you? Sometimes I feel a little bit bad about using a robot that is pretty human in nature and has personality for sex. Because if it's programmed, does it really want me? I don't know. So I would not do Fisto. You know who I would do though? Most of the characters from Robots. That's a good movie, and all the robots are hot in it. As for Yzma, you know when they'd say like if a peasant ate food from nowadays, they would die? Your penis would probably kill her. You would pound Yzma into fine dust. You'd probably kill her. I'm gonna snort her after I turn her into dust. Bro, you think she would agree to that? Also, she's not even hot. She's not even hot. You'd put your dick in there and it'll come out covered in cobwebs, dude. This is denied. This one's from Bitten. Huntress from Risk of Rain. She could easily kill me, and I love that. Not gonna lie, Huntress from Risk of Rain, we're not even gonna talk about her or them because it doesn't matter, because that's just a human. Let's talk about the real freak in the room. Spongebob SquarePants. You are a sick, dirty individual. Bro, you just want a free use toy. Someone who just is down to clown whenever you want because they're always in a good mood. There's absolutely no way you would pound SpongeBob in any situation because he would laugh so loud. Or however he laughs, because he's literally a goofball, bro. And also, he barely has any teeth. You could put your penis in between the two front teeth. I also think he has the IQ of a 4-year-old, and we don't even want to touch on that. Also, for his holes, there's so many holes. I'm pretty sure you can directly touch his brain. I saw that in an episode. So if you put your penis in the wrong hole, you could be touching very important positional areas of his body. Natalie, number 1 is the Wither. 3 heads and is confirmed to be explosive. I don't know what you're doing with 3 heads. You can only sit on 1 face. So where are we going with this? Like, positionally, I don't think you can sit on 1 face and have the other faces doing anything that really make the experience any better. You know what I mean? The thing about Hear Me Out is that you really have to think about what you're gonna do. And then also, what do you mean confirmed to be explosive? Why do you want them to be explosive? What's up with that? Go out with a bang? The bang's supposed to be the sex, not an actual bang. Jar Jar is not a Hear Me Out. Jar Jar is a Hear Me Out. Jar Jar is ugly as UV, and like not even ugly in the ugly bastard way, and I do not with Jar Jar Binks. I wouldn't let him touch me with his 10-foot tongue anywhere. Duolingo Bird is also crazy. A little unhinged, so it'll never be boring, is desperate for my attention. I'm not gonna lie, I would Duolingo Bird. 110%. I would do disgusting things to and with the Duolingo Bird. Approved. Cult 45. Virgil's plastic chair. Jimbo from Balatro. Steve from Borderlands. I am so flabbergasted and confused by everything here that it's just approved immediately. Because like, what do I even say about any of these? The Skull said Lightning McQueen because he got that Karussi. Calera from Tower Unite. She's got magic spells and potions that can make you feel good in all the right ways. SCP-173, aka Peanut. You thought Fisto has good rotation for your booty, but can only imagine how fast this boy moves. An SCP, bro? That's crazy. Lightning McQueen is like an overdone Hear Me Out. This little cat, you just fuck a cat. I'm sorry, don't I meant it would just be like f***ing a cat. Please do not f*** a cat. Calm down, Shane Dawson. Anyways, denied. Uso said Nora from Atomic Heart, Subject Delta from Bioshock 2, and the malicious face Morris from Ultra Kill. Dude, you can f Nora right now. Go into your kitchen. Go f your fridge right now. You can do that, man. Who's stopping you? Subject Delta from Bioshock. Your boy is a family man that is willing to do pretty much anything to protect his daughter. I find that incredibly attractive. That's nice. I do love a good dad. Maurice, does his mouth even open? It doesn't need to open. Denied. Naz wants to a big old fungus creature that is made to consume objects full of energy. And then there's also Fulix. The Fulix is made of slime, which is already perfect. Plus you can use the tail it's got inside of it for other things. Chat, you have me so up. All of these things are gonna parasite you, man. On Christmas Day, this is what you bring to me, freaks. This is approved though, because this Hear Me Out's crazy. Alcade did Bakul Jaja. 2 heads for 2 pleasures. He's misunderstood and is a sweetheart and a bigger bottom than Alcade. The slime feels really good. Meet the right one and they'll love you if you tame it. Eins, I love how dedicated he is to his friends. I love how shy he is. Badass without realizing it all. Just my type. Bonus, rough and wild. Can I just say a lot of the people who did these Hear Me Outs are men, and a lot of their Hear Me Outs are also men. Why do you guys watch me? Men just wanna dude.
Nuh-uh.
I also would bakul jaja. I would bakul all over his jajas.
Oh, brother, this guy
Only approved because of bakul jaja. Slime, basic. Eins, basic. Why are there 2 sunflowers and a Hear Me Out stream? Also, look at them goggles. What are we gonna do with the goggles? What do the goggles have to do with your penis? I think she has arms though, so I guess she could, like, you know, do a little jerk. Who said I'm doing the flower? Okay, well, what is the flower doing to you? It's a Hear Me Out. You gotta do them. Sally is kind of basic, but honestly, I'm so thrown off by Boxo and Solar Flare that this is actually one of my favorite Hear Me Outs. Okay, this is actually one of the best Hear Me Outs, okay? Sherlock Holmes from Ghibli anime. It's a pretty basic furry, but he's so smug, a gentleman in that outfit. 2 is Springtime Trigger Happy, crazy but funny, and he has a cool ass ride. But let's ignore all of this because, you know, those 2 are like whatever, right? Like we can be freaks. Orange Gold, 15 hertz, tube guitar amp head, 15 watts. The texture, the colors, the complex logo, that font, the knobs are so smooth to use. Those metal bars, I could legit go for, I'm sorry. If you put that up your ass, you're dead. You can fit a whole raccoon in your ass. Doesn't mean we should go find the nearest raccoon and try it out. Doesn't mean we should go to a guitar store and get this amp and try to shove it up your butt either. What are we doing? Where are we? I would pay to be in your brain looking at this. Love finds a way, man. Congratulations. Can't wait to be invited to your wedding. Okay, this one is like monster f***er. The Corruptor from Horizon Zero Dawn. Taya from My New Girlfriend Is Not Human. And then the Xenomorph from the Alien. Xenomorph is vanilla. Taya is pretty based. And the Corruptor from Horizon Zero Dawn is pretty fucking based, actually. So I feel like it's approved because the Xenomorph is the only basic one. Approved. Oh my God. Idol did this one. The Penguin from Batman Returns. Cuddles the Bear. Juno Mom Hysteric Mode. This guy applied to be mod, by the way. You know what's awful about my brain? I'm not even upset about the penguin from Batman Returns. Because low-key, I probably would too. Love fat guys, love ugly bastards, and he commands armies of penguins. I love penguins. I'm upset about Cuddles the Bear. What the f, man? You're looking at Cuddles the Bear and you're thinking about sticking it in? And you refer to him as a subby little bottom. How dare you? On Christmas? Look at how happy and innocent he is. I will not allow you to do Cuddles the Bear. Idol would treat this motherfucker rough as hell. The way he wrote that, there's no love. There's only quick, deep crust and rough. Like, Cuddles stuffing's gonna be everywhere after.
Denied.
That is sick and twisted, man. Oh my God. Elf Daddy did 4. This is from Twitter. If you thought Cuddles was sick, what am I looking at? Tiana! Specifically as a frog? The next time it rains, go outside. You can find a frog on your front lawn, you fucking psycho. What is wrong with you? Heart Scrabble that's base. That's base. GLaDOS is base. And then we come to Judy fucking Hopps. Come on, man. That's fucked up. She's a cop. Guys, Guys, please stop fucking Judy Hopps, bro. She's literally just a bunny. Like, I've seen videos of Judy Hopps and a human penis, and it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It's like watching an actual bunny wrap. It's genuinely traumatizing. Bunnies are good. They're cute. Like, and a frog? What the f? What are we doing with a frog? Denied. Salute put, and I kid you not, a fucking sword and wrote an essay. And I'm not reading this essay. Zoli is.
Brother, I cannot even speak English. First, its name translates as the flame of the west. Already screams hot, hot, hot. Second, it was reforged from the shards of mucho texto. I hate Lord of the Rings.
How? What are you doing with the sword, man? Like, I guess the handle? The pommel? I'm assuming that's what's happening here. And you know what? Good for you. Approved. If you write more than 4 sentences, you just have to be approved. It's the law. Renzo said angel dust. I swear I'm not gay. And I know he's someone who usually has a lot of encounters, but I'd give it to this bastard. So basically, Renzo is not only homophobic, but also slut-shaming in the first sentence. What's wrong with being gay, Renzo? And then he misgenders and says, I suppose it's mainly because of her provocative and seductive attitude. I think angel dust is hot. This is approved. It's kind of a hear me out because it's a spider, but it's also like a pretty basic hear me out because like everyone likes angel dust. But I accept this hear me out. Oh my God, TJ. The Minecraft dirt block. It's a good listener. It's always there for you when you need it. And it's a sweetheart. I guess it listens to you because like, what else is it gonna do? The only thing that can happen to a dirt block in Minecraft is you just shovel it out. King Goobot from Jimmy Neutron, which TJ, I agree. And here's the reason why. Not so much him, but some of his soldiers. Here's the thing. They shocked Nick, I think his name is Nick, with an electrical prod. And I got me. And I'm pretty sure that was my introduction to BDSM because he was handcuffed and prodded, and that was really hot for me. And I think the reason it was hot was because the voice actor was like, and I was like, okay. Yeah, my other introduction to BDSM was Barbie Horse Adventures because I would lasso horses. William Afton from FNAF. Matthew Lillard is sexy as absolutely a sexy man. Approved. This Hear Me Out is one of the best ones. Good shit. Icy, Ben Grimm, Toad and Toadette, and Pomni. Here's the thing. I don't think Pomni and I would get along. There's just something about her. I don't think we would get along. Toad and Toadette, I would both of them. And Ben Grimm, I would also and that's it. Ben Grimm is a guy just made of rock. And what's so bad about being between a rock and a hard place? You know what I'm saying? Moving on. Airboy Steel said the Starbucks logo, the long hair and smile. That's fucking crazy because if a woman smiles at you and has long hair, do you think you have a chance? The Kool-Aid Man. I'm not gonna lie, Kool-Aid Man was hot. Like I really liked him as a kid. I would dip in his Kool-Aid for sure. Daisy in elephant form. Look at the curves, the trunk, the outfit. I love the representation and I love a man who isn't afraid to get in some folds. Okay, so that's base. I'm also not afraid to get into some folds. I would lick in between a woman's folds so fucking quickly. You can't eat a girl out and also be afraid of fat bitches, okay? Because you're in her vaginal folds, you might as well be in her meat folds too. All right, approved. Green King has the dragon from Shrek, Zazen, and Sandy. All of these are basic except for Zazen, I think. The tail is crazy. Everyone likes the dragon from Shrek because she like comes down and like gives sex eyes and then goes and blows like a smoke of love at him. I will say that this is approved for the dragon because I would fuck her too, and from Zazan, but denied on Sandy cheeks. Also, her cheeks are probably sandy. Be careful you don't get grain burn. Our last one is a freaking dwarf. Rathalos, because a big lizard makes brain go burr. Cons, it'll eat you. I don't know, I've never played a Monster Hunter game. Mudsdale, according to the Pokedex, a Mudsdale has enough stamina to carry 10 tons through the mountains for several days without sleeping. Cons, literally a horse, needs hella space. I'm sorry, the con is that it's literally a horse, which is bad because it needs hella space, and not the fact that it's literally a horse. Like you're just concerned about the amount of space you would need, not the fact that you want a literal horse. And then we have the veiled lady from Helena's Guide to Monster Hunting. Pros, big mushroom lady. Royalty, mind break probably. Cons, you know what? Approved. At least it's not Vaporeon. The veiled lady is hot, and I would f the absolute out of Rathalos. Space stalking. I would take your stalking home with me. Out of everyone's here, I would probably take, I would probably take Skippy's. Skippy's is the most Monster Hunter core out of all of them. I had so much fun doing this though, and everyone's like, even if I didn't put your submissions on the PowerPoint, I still laughed at so many of them. Thank you guys for submitting. Yeah, you guys did such a good job. It was so much fun. I thought the slides are really good too. Lucia, hear me out. I could do a hear me out cake. I will say one of my hear me outs is the Pixar lamp. I love the Pixar lamp. He's very dominant.